Vitamin B6 plays a central role in muscle protein metabolism, acting as a coenzyme in the transformation of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle tissue. Specifically, it facilitates key reactions such as transamination and deamination, which allow the body to convert one amino acid into another, break down proteins for energy, and synthesize new proteins for tissue repair. These processes are critical not just during exercise recovery, but also for maintaining lean muscle mass, optimizing physical performance, and supporting the metabolic demands of training. Yet, despite this indispensable role, B6 remains largely absent from mainstream sports nutrition discourse, overshadowed by high-profile supplements like protein powders, branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, and creatine. The irony is that B6 is foundational to the very thing most athletes and fitness enthusiasts are trying to optimize: protein utilization. Without adequate B6, ingested protein cannot be fully metabolized or used to build new muscle tissue. This is particularly important after intense exercise, when muscle fibers are damaged and require repair through amino acid incorporation. PLP, the active form of B6, is necessary for the activation of enzymes that carry out this repair work. Inadequate levels may lead to slower recovery times, impaired muscle gains, and even increased fatigue due to the buildup of unprocessed amino acids and nitrogenous waste. The need for B6 is even greater in athletes or physically active individuals, especially those with high-protein diets. The more protein you consume, the more B6 your body requires to properly process and utilize it. This creates a paradox. While athletes are often told to dramatically increase their protein intake for muscle growth, they're rarely advised to increase B6 intake alongside it. This nutritional mismatch can quietly erode the benefits of high-protein diets, leading to inefficient protein turnover and metabolic waste. In fact, one of the earliest signs of B6 deficiency is impaired amino acid metabolism, which can manifest as muscle weakness, irritability, and reduced physical stamina, symptoms that are often misattributed to overtraining, dehydration, or poor sleep. These signs are subtle and easy to miss, especially in fitness circles where nutrient deficiencies are not typically top of mind. Because athletes and gym-goers are often assumed to be in good health by default, the deeper micronutrient demands of their lifestyle are rarely assessed. Sports nutrition products rarely address this gap. Protein powders boast about grams per serving and amino acid profiles, but almost none mention the cofactors required for protein metabolism, B6 chief among them. Energy and pre-workout formulas focus on caffeine, beta-alanine, and nitric oxide boosters, with little attention to the nutrient pathways that support actual tissue building and long-term muscle maintenance. Even recovery supplements, which often include magnesium or electrolytes, neglect the subtle but essential role of B6 in muscle repair. There's also a broader psychological bias at play. Vitamins like B6 are seen as mundane or basic, while supplements that promise quick muscle gain or increased performance are perceived as more potent or exciting. This creates a blind spot in both marketing and consumer behavior, where foundational nutrients are underappreciated simply because they don't offer immediate or dramatic results. But muscle building is a biochemical process, and without the enzymatic support of nutrients like B6, even the best training programs and protein regimens fall short of their potential. Additionally, B6 may indirectly enhance muscle maintenance by supporting hormonal balance and stress regulation. Cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, is catabolic. It breaks down muscle tissue. B6 is involved in the synthesis of neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA, which help moderate the stress response. A well-regulated nervous system not only improves recovery and reduces inflammation but also creates a more favorable hormonal environment for muscle preservation. This is especially relevant for endurance athletes or individuals in caloric deficit, where catabolic stress can erode muscle mass despite consistent training. In summary, vitamin B6 is not just another item on a multivitamin label. It is a biochemical requirement for protein metabolism, muscle repair, and recovery. Its absence in sports nutrition conversations reflects a larger pattern of overlooking functional nutrients in favor of trendier, more marketable compounds. For athletes, bodybuilders, and even casual gym-goers, ensuring adequate B6 intake could mean better protein utilization, faster recovery, and more sustainable gains. It won't replace creatine or a high-quality protein shake, but without it, neither will work as well as they could.